What's up, you guys? Westside here. Today I just want to talk to you a little bit about long-range flying, mountain flying, mid-range flying, however you want to classify it. There's a lot of that kind of flying that I do and post on this channel. Getting out in the mountains, wherever, and flying up the mountain and flying back. A lot of people think you need GPS, this or that. You really don't need much. You really just need like a basic 5-inch drone and it will do it. With throttle control and just understanding what you're doing when you are flying up a mountain. So more often than not, when you see these long range flights, it's something simple, just like this is a 6-inch frame with 5-inch props. You don't need a 7-inch drone to do long range flying. I think a lot of people think that, but yeah, you can do a lot of distance just with a simple 5-inch. Most of the long range flying you see on this channel is less than 2 miles, which is easily doable with a 5-inch drone. My comfort zone is like a mile. That's where I'm doing like really tight dives and really close to the ground. I'll walk a mile. 2, I might consider leaving it there. But up until this point, I have not lost a drone. So in that sense, I guess you could say I have been successful in my long-range FPV career, knock on wood. But when I do just want a little bit longer flight time than something like this, this is my own 6-inch frame. This is a Drone Co. Productions designed frame, but this is my go-to for pretty much every kind of flying. It's like I said, it's a 6-inch platform, a really big top plate, so you could put a really big battery on here. With this, I'm just flying an 1800 6S, but it will fit upwards of a 3000, 4000. We'll move on to my 7-inch here in a second. But this is just a bigger 5-inch style frame, and it does great up the mountains. I like a smaller frame flying up the mountains because you have a little bit more agility and responsiveness, and you could pull out of say you come up on a rock quicker than you thought, you can just punch right up over it. 7-inch might have a little bit more lag, and it's not going to turn as sharp. Speaking of the 7-inch, we'll move on to that. This is the 7-inch version of the Ohm. It's got 2808s on it, 7-inch props, crossfire diversity, and out the back I have this barred pole. You can get these from True RC. These are the shorter ones. I think you have to special order these, but you can just send them an email. The traditional ones are a little bit longer and just a little bit overkill for a mini quad. Not too bad for a Cinelifter though, but for the mini quads I like these when I'm doing diversity, just so you can remove while you're in transport because they are kind of long. And then I have 2 antennas for the 03, and then there would be a crossfire antenna up front for the other diversity. So yeah, all my long range flying that you guys have seen for the last year or so have been with those 2 drones. Maybe another 5-inch here or there, but those are my 2 main mountain rigs. Just wanted to kind of show you guys what I am flying in all these videos. I am using the DJI goggles 2 with the True RC patches for extra long penetration. I haven't had any really video problems out of these things since I've been using them for over a year now. I am running the right hand stuff. You can run right hand, left hand. You just have to match whatever it is on your goggles and your drone. So in this instance, I have right-handed antennas on here. I'm going to put right-hand polarized antennas on the drone. And then for the radio I'm using a TBS Mambo with the Pyrodrone CNC gimbals, houndstooth cover. If you know me, know Westside, you know I'm about the houndstooth. And then I initially put a full-size crossfire receiver in it because this only has tracer internal, and I just did not like how it sat at the back of the radio. You couldn't set the radio down, or it just made it really awkward. So I took the radio apart and took the full-size Crossfire TX apart, and I actually fit it inside the Mambo. So now it's an internal Crossfire Mambo. I don't think I've seen another one. So that's what I use. I like a Crossfire system. I like a bigger radio. I tried to use the TBS Tango radio, and I just really prefer a bigger, heavier radio that I can hang from my neck. It just allows me to feel most connected with the drone. So, all right, you guys, I think that gives you an idea of what I use to fly up these mountains. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, West Side out.